Okay, so some people have asked for commentary on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So we'll try and give you a video here. I'll break and runs, try and talk you through a couple of finishes. Hopefully I'll achieve them. And you can see what my plan is in my head for runouts. We're going to use a relatively straightforward, easy break, just off straight down the middle. Not really trying to get a ball in on this break, we're just wanting to spread them out, leave a run out and a go at some kind of finish. We'll be playing to Blackball rules and I'll see if I can talk you through. So, lovely head on break, balls have split very well. Good argument for either colour set. Personally, I prefer yellows here. So having a first look at the table, looks like our route out is probably going to involve just these yellows. And what we're looking at is how we're getting on this black as our last shot. The easiest two balls to get on this black are going to be either of these two yellows. So we're working out a route where we're finishing either here or here to take them out. Into that route, we can see that our first two yellows are going to be this one or this one here. We take that one up there, leaves us with only one ball as an out shot. But I think we're going to have to do that regardless, because we're going to take this early, followed by this ball up here, and then hopefully we'll be able just to screw back. So really we're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and down for the black. And that is the route with the least amount of movement on the cue ball that I can see. So we're just stunning this one in, a little bit of just below bottom. We finish just off straight on the one at the top. We finish straight or off straight on most balls and you've got a fairly easy out. Now here we're just going to have to bring this cue ball back around about 8-9 inches. So just a clean cue straight through the ball, bottom of the white, don't even need to hit it hard. And that's about perfect. We're now straight in on this yellow. Again, we're going to bring back, we don't want to come too far, because if we're straight in or just left of this yellow, we've still got our choice of our way out. If we come too far to the right, it makes it very difficult to get over onto this. There are options, but it makes it easier. So here we're only screwing back really just past where we are now. So very gentle, light stroking, back it comes about right. Same really on this one, we want to stay left of our line on this ball, so as we've got a nice easy run out. And again, just at the bottom of the ball, nothing spectacular, just gentle push through. There we are. That leaves us a lovely angle just to come on and off this cushion. The reason we're coming on and off this cushion is for our last shot, we're a bit wary of this middle, but we're going to be off straight here. So as we play the yellow into that pocket, off the top, over to the side rail for the black down into the corner pocket. So again, nice gentle stroke into the middle. And now we're on that nice angle to come two cushions for the black down in the bottom pocket. Not really any need for side here, we can just play this with a bit of top. Play with a tiny bit of run inside if you like. Off it comes, white's over towards there. And leaves us a lovely straight shot on the black down the cushion for the finish. And that's one rack and run. So rack them up, give it another go. Right, not really trying to make a ball, might get one in if we're lucky. see I've cued that one a bit back because I've topped the white through. Got two balls somehow. And that's left us really no option but reds. Reds are the only choice here. The yellows are difficult to say the least. These two here are very difficult. The reds all have a pocket to go for. So our opener really is this very difficult cut back into this pocket. Our white will be going a bit loose. We're hoping not to cause any problems with the other reds when we play it, but it really is our only choice. So we'll just be cutting this one in, hoping we don't make any real issues for the rest of the run out. And we've very much got away with that there. Run right the way around, missed every ball pretty much. And now we've got ourselves an opportunity to run out. We can play this one in the middle here, top off the cushion, leave ourselves on this ball. Then we've got really big options with our last three, which in theory should be this ball here, into the middle, stun this one in, slight screw on the one down the bottom, and the black in the far corner. We'll see if we can make that happen. So we just want to push through, on and off the cushion, something near to straight on the next red in the corner. And that, not too bad, slightly overhit, but we've got a big margin of error. We needed to come this side of the ball. If we went the other side, our white would be heading towards these and could cause us a problem. So this is a nice example of using another ball. So we're going to be potting this red in the corner, running our white into this yellow to stop it for the red in the other corner. So very slightly below centre on the white. Nice push through. And that is now dead straight in. So we want to be slightly on this line for this red. So that kind of line. So when we pop that red, our white moves towards this one. So we want to come back probably 1.5 to 2 inches. So again, just below centre, gentle stroke through. And that is not far off where we want it to be. Means we can just stun this one in. We'll be stunning our white back to this sort of area for a nice straight shot in the corner. So again, just below centre. We don't want to screw back really, we just want to stun it back a few inches. And there we have it. We've got a just off straight shot where we can just, again, very light screw into this yellow. So our white leaves a near straight black into the far corner pocket. There we have it. Come back just far enough to avoid queuing over the rubber of the pocket, which can be a bit of a pain. Again, just a gentle stroke through. And that's our black in the corner for another run out. Probably cut out all the racking up because it's frankly boring and you'll just be listening to me talk nonsense while racking balls up. Not really anyone's idea of fun. But I'll just keep talking to myself while I'm doing it so I remember to talk while I'm playing. Otherwise I'll completely forget. I'll completely blame everyone out here if I start talking during actual matches. So, just off straight, on the break again. Just above centre for stopping the white in the middle of the table, hopefully. That has done that. This time we've not made a ball. But that's not really a big problem, because we're just practicing. And it's not the break we're practicing, we'll do that in a different video. Here we have, Again, fairly good choice of reds or yellows. For me, I would say yellows are slightly better here. Just because there's a nice pattern to get rid of these. Once you've removed this ball, which can go either in the middle, that middle, top pocket, this one's available at the top. The black goes into this corner or that corner, so we've got lots and lots of options. Our only potentially awkward ball is this one here. On different tables, you go to some tournaments, Supremes, the IPA tables, this would be, I mean, it'd be virtually unmissable into those middles. Blackball elites, they're a bit tighter on the middle pockets, make it a little bit more difficult to play that shot. So what we're going to do is take this yellow up into the top pocket. So what we want to do is try and finish just the right side of this so we can run our white through. We're going to do this by just gently dropping that one in the middle. And that will hopefully, so we're going to be pinching the pocket a bit here, but it will hopefully leave us on this sort of line here to play this shot in and drift our white down to this corner, but it also opens that middle for the other balls. It's a very, very gentle shot. We just want to lightly touch that yellow, push it into the pocket so as our white doesn't really move anywhere. And there we go. Now we've got a shot for this yellow, which we're going to push through. We could even, if we've got the angle, just push it through so we touch that red. We leave ourselves nice queuing for the ball up the cushion. So, don't really get a choice in where you hit the white here. You're just drifting it in, yellow in the middle. White's just going to touch the red and hopefully leave us a clear cue at the next shot. That's about where we want it. Now when we play the next shot, we're running the white through so as we're just to the left hand side of this yellow in the middle. We finish to the right hand side, we've got to play cannon. We can avoid playing the cannons, we don't really want to play them, so we want to be just above the line for that next yellow in the middle pocket. So not a hard shot again, we're just running it through fairly gently, straight up the cushion and in the pocket. A little bit of a turn there, that's down really to where I break from, causes a slight divot. And again, we're just going to be probably dropping these in. You've got different ways round that you can take these. There's probably 3 or 4 different options. My favourite here is to just stun this one in so the white comes down here. We take this one in the top, this one in the middle next, because you don't have to do much. There's very little chance of it going wrong, very little chance of you getting a kick on the cue ball, because you can play the shots firmly. When you're rolling balls, you can sometimes get kicks. So if we were to take it round the other way, take this one in here, this one in the middle, and then we'd have to screw this one back for this. Easy to get that shot wrong. So all we're going to do is just stun the yellow in the middle here. We're going to leave our white just on this line here, so we're slightly, again, to the left of this next ball. Meaning when we play it, our white moves away from the next object ball. And that's all we're trying to do here, is stay the right side of each of the balls. So it makes our run out easier. So, round about perfect for that shot. And all we're going to be doing is coming back out again, staying just the side of this yellow that we need, so as we can run the white through and finish on the last yellow. So, fairly gentle stroke through again, nice and smooth. There we are, once more, about right, in a nice position. So this one, again, very little can go wrong as long as you finish the right side of it. We can be straight, we can be slightly to the right of straight. So our white can then run through for the black in the middle or screw back for the black in the corner. If we come up short, we've got to play 2 cushions. If we go long, we've got a problem because we've got to cannon the black. Potential for it to go wrong. So we don't really want to come up long would rather come up short. So we push this one through a tiny bit of left hand side, because that just rolls the cue ball down the table. And that has brought us ever so slightly short, probably just where we didn't want it. Meaning we now actually have to play a shot. A shot that's not particularly easy, because we're going to be trying to screw back just past this red. A little bit of screwing right hand side of the cue ball. So we come out, pop back out into the middle of the table, somewhere hopefully in this area where my tip is circling. I'll just put chalk on the table. Not the simplest shot in the world. Very little room for error. But out it comes quite nice. Just round the red. Leaves us a final shot into the corner. Gentle stroke again. Another rack complete. And just above centre, push through, trying to stop the white in the middle of the table. It gives us the most options. And that is not a bad option. Again, quite open. Many choices on what we can do. Our hardest yellow is going to be this one here. And this red's going to get in our way for taking that. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to try and pop this yellow in the middle, and in doing so we're going to cannon this red. Well, hopefully cannon it so as it just ends up down here. There's a chance it might just flick that yellow. If it flicks the yellow and goes away over here, brilliant. That's exactly what we want it to do. It shouldn't cause a major problem to the yellow itself, but it means we're playing this quite thin, and you see the angle that we've got on it, so that the red really going to hopefully just miss this yellow, but it might cannon it, potentially cause a problem, but in theory it shouldn't. We play it with a little bit of screw, and the reason we do this, we're going to push through with the screw, so we push through that yellow, we contact this red, and our white comes back. When our white comes back, we might touch this, but we want to leave ourselves in an open area so as we've got choices and options. So whenever we're moving a ball, we're not playing for the ball we're moving really. We're playing for the one that's static, that's unlikely to move. And that's come out as well as we could have hoped, really. And that's about picking your pattern out. My favourite pattern really for this is going to be taking this one in the middle here. We're going to then take that one into that middle. We're going to play this one into the corner. And what we're trying to do is leave our white after those three somewhere in this area. So we've got a lovely easy roll of this yellow into the corner where our white can come on and off that top cushion and back down in line with this shot. Do that because if we're playing something in line with a shot, we've got more chance that we're going to be finishing somewhere on that, because our white could finish down here, could finish up here, and we've still got that shot. We've got a big, 18, 20 inch gap in which we've still got a shot on this ball. If we leave this one till last, it makes it much more difficult taking those. But our last shot, if we finish low or high on it, we've got a much smaller area we're playing into. So we're trying to leave options as open as we can. For that last ball, 'cause it's our hardest shot here, and we want to be finishing nice on it. We want to be finishing straight, just off straight, so we can drop it in that corner and leave the black in this middle. So we stun this one in first, and we want to finish just about level or high with straight on this shot, so somewhere on that sort of line. So just below centre, gentle push through, and that is just about right. Now we can just push this shot through, or we can reroute, which I think is going to be our favourite option, because I finished almost straight on this. I mean, I'm going to finish low on this one, have to come up and down, then we'll be playing 2 cushions and a cross. We pop this one in and screw back ever so slightly, not much. We'll be leaving ourselves on this one into the middle so we can then screw back out to this area that we want to be in for our final ball. So real gentle screw on this one, very delicate, just into the pocket. Now this one into the middle is really just screwing in onto this cushion and just off to leave ourselves a nice angle on this ball here. So bottom of the ball, good straight through, on and off the cushion, and that is on about perfect line. So now take the yellow into this corner pocket, white's going to come off this top and down for a fairly straight shot into this corner pocket here. And it's just really a plain ball shot at nice pace. Leaving us a drop into the corner there. Whites can't really go wrong if you're playing this nice and gentle. You can obviously miss the pot, but you can't not be on the black. There you have it. Nice easy black in the middle. Break and run again. Same as before, just above centre, try and stop the white in the middle of the table. A little kick there, unfavourable, haven't made a ball, but we've got a potential for a run out. That potential for a run out is, I'm going to say definitely yellows, because we don't have a red to go for. Finding the right route. The main things about this one is that we've got these 2 balls down here, which in all honesty I'd rather leave till last, because if we can finish here and drop this in, we've got this yellow into the middle and the black into the corner. But the reality is what we're probably going to end up doing is trying to take out these 3 by going middle, middle, corner. If we can do that and leave our white in this area, we can screw that ball in, bring our white back up into this area here to have these 2 balls, hopefully leaving ourselves on this one for last into the corner and the black into here. That's the plan. Let's see if our route goes to plan. So digging down a little on this one, because we just want to stop the white exactly where it is. And that is exactly where we want it to be. Our next shot, and we're dropping this one into the middle, we want our white to stay as close to the cushion as possible, so we want a little angle on this one. Because our next shot, we need the white away from the cushion in order to play the screw shot on that one. So we don't want to come straight on this one or just off straight. We want to make sure that we're leaving an angle so as our white can come away from this cushion. And I'm going to do that by very gently dropping this one in the middle and leaving our white pretty much touching the cushion. And that gives us an angle which some people would call a blind pocket, but frankly you can see the pocket when you're playing this shot. It's not really a cutback. Means we can just roll it in, run the white through, it will come away from the cushion, leave us in this sort of area ready to take that screw shot on for the white, for the other yellow in the corner pocket there. So just above centre, gentle push through. That leaves us nicely on this yellow. And when we screw this one in, we're going to be using a little bit of left hand side. It's going to help when we contact this cushion to widen the angle and push it up into this area that we want to be in. If we can finish somewhere on this sort of line, we can take that yellow first, come back and hopefully just push that one through for a near straight shot on that, on the last yellow. So below centre, left hand side, again not hard, we just want to let the cue ball do all the work and spin off that cushion up table. And that I can get my white back here, I'd be very, very, very happy with my last shot. And the only way I can see of doing that is playing a screw shot. So we're going to screw across the table now. We could be anywhere from this line, and this is again about playing along the line of the shot. We could play off top cushion and back down. We're playing across this line, means we've got a shorter margin of error around this area. We play the screw shot off of this, we're coming across to this cushion, a little bit aside to come back on this line, meaning we could finish here or here, and we're still on that yellow into the middle. So you're trying to make less possibility for problems. So this one you have to cue nice and smooth, with down the bottom of the white, tiny bit of right hand side, smoothly cued, and we're out on that line. Just about right, really. We're going to touch this red as we push through now, but we're just going to try and push through so the white comes just past this red, making sure not to leave the white behind the red. So as we're off angle on this yellow, meaning that when we're playing that yellow into the corner, our white will be going away from the black, leaving us more possibility. If we screw this shot in and our white comes this side, then we've got to play a cannon here, can potentially go wrong. So all we're doing here is pushing this yellow through a couple of inches. You can play this with a little bit of left hand side, which gives you a separation away from the red, like so. Play that with the other side, and it's likely to push the red in its way or stick to it. We're just trying to move the white away from the yellow. Now we're very nicely off straight here, where we can just, we can stun this shot in. You can run through and back off the cushion. It's really one of those shots where, unless you hit it badly, it can't go too wrong. We're just going to play a soft stun because I like that shot a bit more. And now we're just off straight on the 8 into the corner, which is a very straightforward shot. Again, you can run the white through on and off here. You can screw it in onto this cushion. You just don't want to whack it so your white goes into the corner pocket. So I'll play a gentle screw, black in there, white off the cushion,